Hello friends, welcome to Kavita's classroom. In our previous video, we talked about negative externalities of production. But do we know that these negative externalities are also there when it comes to consumption? Yes, these are there. Let's discuss the same now. Here we go. First and foremost thing is let's break the heading so that we land on the meaning and definition of the same. Negative means the negative impacts are there, means it's a cost to the society. Why am I saying society? Because it's externalities, means the cost is borne by those who are the external parties. They are not related anyhow with the consumption of the things, right? So how do we define this? This is the cost to the third parties as a result of the action of consumers. So this is the definition of negative externalities in consumption. Please stay informed, as I told you previously as well, that when we're talking about the consumption externalities, in diagram, we would only be showing it with the help of change in demand curve. Here, the supply curve remains unimpacted, right? In the production process, the supply curve is changed, the demand curve remains unaffected, right? So here we proceed with some examples that how do we say there are negative externalities of consumption. So the consumption of the things like alcohol, tobacco, drugs, sweet things, cold drinks or any unhygienic things or all those things which are leading to obesity or other diseases and all, right? So this consumption is leading impact on third party. And who is third party in this case? Whenever there is some sort of unrest, right? It's a problem to the neighborhood, to the police department, medical facilities of that area. Right. The producers also suffer. Why? Because those who are the employees of some producers, if they are not well, the productivity of the organization will fall due to their absenteeism. So, the consumption by one person leads to the negative impact on the others. This is what the negative externality of consumption means. So, what is the condition in this regard? For consumption externalities, we talk about the benefit curve. Here, the private benefit is more than the social benefit, or we say the social benefit gets reduces because of this consumption. Why? Because here the this negative benefit occurs because of the negative impact. Hence, the social benefit is reduced. So, how do we show it diagrammatically? We begin with the demand and supply curve. This is the supply curve, and it will remain unimpacted because the social cost and the private cost is the same. So, this representation goes as it is. We have demand curve intersecting supply curve at E. So this is our equilibrium and this is our demand curve. Demand curve means we are talking about the consumer's perspective. So this is the benefit curve, marginal private benefit. But because of this consumption, the society is getting the ill effects, the negative effects. So the benefit curve for the society is reduced. So there is a gap and this is the vertical gap. So this is the welfare loss, this vertical distance. How do we measure this gap? When this social benefit curve is, going parallel because of this loss, so this intersects the supply curve at E dash, right? So this when is dropped on the x-axis gives you the socially optimum output. The equilibrium had given us the allocative efficiency, but here it is desired that such things which are disastrous, which are negative for the environment should be produced lesser. Hence, there is a gap, and this gap should be covered by the government by putting something like taxes so that people go for lesser and lesser of consumption, and hence the quantity consumed is reduced, right? So, with this interaction, means the supply curve remains as it is, the demand curve is there, but we have socially more cost, so the benefit curve, social benefit curve lies below this. So this triangular area showcases the welfare loss for the society. As told before as well, in any case, whenever you are showing the welfare loss would always be pointing towards social optimum output. So don't be swayed away by any other triangle. Right here, the triangle is pointing towards, the point is going towards the social optimum output level. And this situation can be rectified by the government intervention, and the government intervention is required in terms of imposition of taxes so that it inhibits the consumption of these things. So, what is the result of this negative externality of consumption? Here we see that wrong allocation of resources happen. People are driven by their own personal pleasures and they do not understand the impact of their personal pleasures to the society. So this is their own self-interest, and production and consumption is going beyond the social optimum level of output, which should be curbed and intervened. I hope the things are clear to you. Thanks for watching. See ya. We'll see each other with the new video. Bye-bye.